Hello guys, um, let's wait for a while. I have made an announcement that we're gonna have a live session today. Hello guys, I hope those of you who has been waiting will join today. Hi guys. Okay, thank you for joining. My name is Dinara. Hi guys. And today we are gonna speak about scholarships in China, different types of the scholarships, the requirements. Can you hear me well? WeChat ID is Au Pair China 123. You can add us for information. So let me tell you that I'm representing, hi Daniela, East West Education Agency. We offer cultural program and works, job opportunities, hi Gloria, in China and South Korea. And very soon we're gonna add Czech Republic because they're offering really good scholarships. And also, let me tell you, like in China, we have the au pair program, we have English teaching, we have hospitality jobs in China, and for the au pair in China and the English teaching in China, we don't charge a service fee. So for those who are willing to go to China, you can contact us. Unfortunately, the borders are closed at the moment, so we cannot send you the documents for the arrival to China, but we are still accepting the applications. So you can apply, and then when the borders will open, we can proceed with your documents and you can arrive to China. So we also have scholarships in China. That's the reason of our topic today, of our live session. And in Korea, we are helping students to apply for the government scholarship. We are assisting them on the whole application process, how to write a study plan, how to write a motivation letter, how to collect the documents. But in Korea, comparing to China, we don't guarantee any scholarship. We can only help you to apply. While in China, we help you to apply for the scholarship and we guarantee that you will get at least one of the scholarships because we cooperate directly with the universities in China. And in South Korea, we can help you to apply to any program that you are interested in. So let me start a little bit from why China. Maybe I can tell a little bit about myself. So first of all, my name is Dinara. I'm from Kazakhstan and I have been studying and living in China for about 8.5 years. I have got a government scholarship, but not the Chinese government scholarship, my country scholarship, and I have studied language courses, bachelor and master's degree in China for free with the scholarship. You apply online. You can apply via our agency if you send us a message. I can give you the details. So why China? Why to study in China? I think you all know that Chinese language is the second popular language in the world after English. I mean, because of the population, but also like right now there is no country which is not doing business with China. So everything we have at home, I'm sure everyone has something which is made in China. So. And in the end, every country is doing business with China. And when you're doing business with China, you really need to speak their language. And not only to speak the language, but also to understand their culture. That is the problem of why many businesses are failing when doing businesses with China. We will also do exports to China. And we have some companies which have started their business in China with the same strategy they're doing it in their own country, and this is totally wrong, because whatever is doing good in your country will not necessarily be good in China. So that is why if you want to succeed, if you want to do business with China, then you should definitely understand their mentality. How I convert my GPA to 4 scale or 5 in my country, we use the 10 scale. Just calculate 80%. Could you please save this? I can't watch it now. Yes, I'm gonna save the video and you can watch it later. So that is the reason why you should learn Chinese. Another reason is that for the education is that China is investing lots of money in the education. When before, let me give you the details. For example, before there were only few, say 10 to 20 universities which were in 500 world top universities, but now within 5 years, the 5-10 years, the university quality, the education quality has increased a lot, and that is why right now there are 54 Chinese universities are in the world top 500. Another thing is that there are lots of international students from all over the countries. It's a very international country, I would say. And also China is investing about 1 trillion yuan, which is equal to $164 billion every year into the education. They are giving lots of different scholarships. So for example, in China you can find government scholarship, municipality scholarship, university scholarship, Silk Road scholarship, Jasmine scholarship, Confucius scholarship. There are lots of different scholarships. And the reason why they are given the scholarships is because the more people speak Chinese in the world, the better it is for the Chinese economy. Secondly, when you get a scholarship, most probably upon your graduation you will be very beneficial to the Chinese country, to Chinese economy. So you will do something, your work most probably will be related to China. If you take me as an example, what am I doing right now? I'm promoting China. So they are looking for the country promoters. If I know a basic English, can I study in China? Yes, you can study. You can study Chinese course in the beginning, but then you can study degree. Do we have to do a test in Chinese or Korean if we apply to one of those scholarships, or we do have to show our English? Generally, for the scholarships, if you're applying for the government scholarship, you don't need to have the English or Chinese certificate. If it's the government scholarship in Korea, you also don't need to have any certificate, but if you do, it's going to be an advantage. Another reason why China is giving scholarships is because the more international students are there in the university, the higher the level of this university. So China is really open to give scholarship to international students, and it's 10 times easier to get a scholarship in China rather to get it in South Korea. I have studied finance in Sufe. Yeah, I studied finance for the Bachelor and for the Master's degree, but I regret because I didn't know that I can choose another major for the Master's. I really love marketing, but I studied finance. Okay. For reasons to study in China is China is super safe, a very safe country. I stayed there for 8.5 years. Right now I'm living in Turkey. We have an office here in Turkey. We're sending lots of Turkish students, of course, to China, to South Korea, but also we're sending international students and from Latin America, from Europe as well, from Russian-speaking countries, because there is no need to be present in one particular country, like in China or somewhere, to do the business. You can do business online right now. I think it's common for everyone, especially at the virus period. Lots of people are working online and lots of people are working from home, and we can understand that it's really efficient to work from home. Which university offers the most scholarships? The universities, they're all offering similar scholarships. It's not about which university, it's about what type of scholarship you're looking for, I guess. Almost all the universities are offering scholarships. There is a question, I guess. Okay, I've already answered. Another thing is upon graduation, you can easily find a job. When I was working there, 5 years ago, my salary was $2,000, you know, and it was 5 years ago. I'm sure that right now it would be higher. And I was like, I was not a manager, like I was just in a sales position, and my salary was $2,000. So, and it was in Shanghai. In Shanghai, of course, the salaries are higher. So, for example, if we're talking about the average salaries in China, for the whole country, like you cannot take the average of the whole country. You should take by the regions, because some regions are, you're welcome, some regions are more prosperous, you know, some regions are not that rich. So if you're talking about general, like the average salary in the whole country, it's like $1,000 approximately. But if you're talking about taking the regions, let's say in Beijing, the highest salary is in Beijing, and the average salary in Beijing is around $1,600. But in let's say in Shanghai, it is 1,500. In Shenzhen, it's 1,480. And it's the average salary. And believe me, the life is not expensive, not that expensive. Of course, Shanghai is expensive, but your salary is really according to that. Because here in Turkey, you know, you're earning money, but all of this money are going for your living expenses. While in China, when you're earning money, you still can really save lots of money. There are scholarships to do master's degree. Yes, there are scholarships for language courses, for bachelor, for masters, for PhD as well. If I know basic English, can I study in China with a scholarship? So let me tell you right now. So there are different types of scholarships, as I told you before, but also they classify as a language course scholarship, bachelor, masters, PhD. And also, we also have scholarships for the high school students. So, for example, those who want to do like a college plus university. So you will be studying for 5 years. Let's say your high school. You will be studying 3 years in high school. It's called college. And then 2 years you will be studying at the university. And after 5 years of graduation, you will have your high school diploma and you will have your bachelor degree diploma. But first year you will be studying foundation. You will be studying Chinese, and after that you will start your degree program. Next thing is like people are asking me, how can I get a scholarship? What should I do? So first of all, before asking this question, you should ask yourself, do I want to study in Chinese or do I want to study in English? So if you want to study in Chinese, you should either, you're welcome, you should either study Chinese language first for 1 year, and then generally 1 year is enough to get the HSK4 level. That's how we studied. We studied 1 year, and after 1 year we got the HSK4 level. Sometimes they got HSK5, but I was not that hardworking. So HSK4 you can get within 1 year, and then you can apply for the bachelor degree or master's degree scholarship. Sometimes for master's degree they require HSK5. It depends on the university. Or you can also apply for the PhD. But if you don't want to study in Chinese, you can still study in English. There is no foundation for the English courses. Like there are no English courses for as a preparatory. But you can apply for the degree in English directly for the bachelor, for master's or PhD. 80%, 90% of universities require you to have IELTS certificate or TOEFL certificate. So for IELTS certificate, it's like minimum 5.5, and for the TOEFL IBT, it's 80 plus, and it should be valid for the last 2 years. Like you cannot, if it's like 2017, 2018, then you cannot get it. It should be 2019 and later if you're applying for this year. And what's the duration of the scholarship for the Chinese courses? Usually it's 1 year, 1 academic year. It is like September till July. Sorry. So for those who want to study a foundation Chinese language preparatory course for 1 year before taking their degree program, there are 2 options that we have. First option is that 1 year of the language courses you are studying at one university, and then 4 years or the 2 years or 3 years of masters you are studying at another university. In this case, you have to apply twice for the scholarship. So first is during for the Chinese language courses, and second is for the degree program. Either if you're sure that yes, I'm gonna love the city, I would like to stay in China for 5 years, or like for 4 years, for 3 years, then you can apply for the 1+4. We call it 1+4, 1+2, 1+3, which is like first year is the foundation. Merhaba Derya. First year is the foundation, 4 years of the degree program, or 1 year of foundation and 2 or 3 years of the master's degree program or PhD. We have that option as well. So as for the majors, we have different majors. Like you should send us the major that you want to study, your GPA that you have, in which language do you want to study, if you have any city preferences. Like if you're gonna send us this answers, then we can find a scholarship for you. Unfortunately, we don't have scholarship for exchange semester. But if you're asking me if there are, I have never seen actually for the exchange semester if there are exchange scholarships. I know in Korea they have, but in China I have never seen. So another thing which I would like to tell you is the requirements. So for the requirements for the language courses, usually most of the universities they accept until the age of 55, but some of them they have a age limit to 30. So it's very personal from university to university. The scholarships vary, the scholarship requirements vary. Other scholarships also for students that have been in China already, yes, there are. I found that many scholarships don't allow to participate if you're already spent there more than 6 months. Any suggestions? It depends on the type of the scholarship. If it is a government scholarship, no. It depends on the university. So, for example, I have a student right now. She's currently living in Shanghai, and we're gonna help her to get a scholarship. We had last year a student. She was also living in China, and we also got her a scholarship. So it depends from university to university, from scholarship to scholarship. It totally depends, but definitely no for the government scholarship. Is it possible to have a scholarship for a 1-year Chinese course without also applying for the degree? Yes, of course. We have Chinese language courses in Huzhou, in Santan, in Beijing, in Shanghai, in different cities. We have in Fuzhou. We do have their partial scholarships or full scholarships. Let me continue with the requirements. So for the language courses, the requirements are like the age, maximum 55, but depends on the university, it may vary. And also if you are willing to enter the top university, I mean the bigger cities like Shanghai, Beijing, your GPA needs to be higher, like over 80% out of 100. If you want to get a full scholarship. When I'm talking about the full scholarship, it means free education, free accommodation, plus you're getting monthly stipend. And monthly stipend is about starting from 1,000 Chinese yuan to 2,500 Chinese yuan. So if you have really high GPA and you have different awards, and then we can help you to apply for the scholarship. But it's a little bit hard to get that type of scholarship which is offering 2,500 Chinese yuan per month. So in order for you to make sure that you will get the scholarship, we will apply to different universities at the same time to guarantee that you will get the scholarship for this year. Hi from Panama. Question: is there possibility to get into a bachelor's program being able to work to pay extra expenses? Unfortunately, it's not allowed to work during your studies. Sometimes, only sometimes, you can ask permission from your university and they should issue an official letter allowing you to work part-time. But generally it's not allowed because there were many cases where students were applying for university but then they were never attending the classes and they just wanted to go to China just for work. So that's why they banned it. It's not allowed to work even part-time. While when I was living and when I was studying, it was 2006, 2011. It was totally allowed. So I was working, I was doing different part-time jobs, I was doing internships. But you can do internship. Not the jobs, but you can do internship. What did you like and not about Chinese university? Either a lot of competence or pressure. There is no pressure, there is no competence. What I dislike is that the type of the the courses, they were mostly like elections. You are not participating in the class, you are only listening to the professor, and then you are that's the way they are giving education. But as we had many foreign teachers from the States, from the UK, their classes were totally different from the Chinese way of teaching. They were participating, we were joking, we were speaking, it was so much fun. We were doing presentations. This was the European way of teaching, and it was much more fun, and then that's the way you learn better. So that's what I didn't like. But what I like is that how Chinese students are really trying to help you when they see that you don't understand something, you are learning information in a foreign language. They're really very, very helpful, and I really love Chinese people and Chinese culture. There are so many questions. 1 second. Okay, what would be a general budget if we applied to master's degree scholarship? So it depends. We have scholarships, because we cooperate directly with the universities, they are giving us some seats, okay? So when I'm talking about the seats, it's like why they're giving the seats, why they're working with the agencies, because imagine if the student is applying to university directly, he has some different questions. He's applying his documents, and then he's asking, are my documents correct? What should I do? How to write a study plan, where to get the recommendation letter, and then when the student is sending the documents, they need to check if documents are correct, if they're fulfilled in a proper way. So as we are taking all that job on our shoulders, like we're working with the students, we are preparing the documents, we are shipping the documents, we are helping everything with the whole procedure. That's why the university is ready to give us some seats, and that is why we are charging the fee, which is this fee is for the application, for the scholarship, for the document shipment. It's starting from $600 up to $3,000. Which is like full scholarship. If you're talking about full scholarship, it's free education, free accommodation, monthly 2,500 Chinese yuan, which is approximately $400, and you are getting this money back in, in 8 months. So it's really good. If we are talking about the top scholarship, of course we have much cheaper ones. Is it required to have a high level of Chinese to apply? If you're applying for the degree program in Chinese, you must have HSK 4 or HSK 5. If you don't have HSK is a Hanyu Shuiping Kaoshi. It is about language certificate. It's kind of IELTS, but for the Chinese language. 80% higher will be GPA, will be 4 GPA. That is the general information, so I cannot tell you that if you have 80% and high, you will definitely get the scholarship, or I cannot tell that if you have 80% less than 80%, you will not get a scholarship. There is no that information. They're taking your general profile. For example, what kind of recommendation letters you have, if you have ever participated in different competitions, if you have any other awards, have you ever been interested in the Chinese culture before, so you are showing it in your study plan, in the personal statement. So they're checking the whole profile, not only your GPA, not only your recommendation letter. They're taking the whole profile and they're evaluating it. So when we are writing a study plan motivation letter, where we are telling the student how to write it in a proper way to make sure that to make sure that your application will be in the tops. Because we do know what the teachers are paying attention to. So when I will give you some tips. So when you are writing a study plan or motivation letter, try to show that you have an active social life, and that you are participating in different competitions, in different seminars, in different volunteering programs, and that you have been interested in Chinese culture before, that you are studying, for example, Chinese by yourself at home, that you are watching some Chinese seminars or something like that, And when you're writing your study plan, make it split it over the years, like first year, second year, third year, I'm gonna study this, fourth year, I'm gonna study this, and try to get the curriculum from the university to know like which subjects are going to be taught at which year, so you can have a very detailed study plan. Okay. The language courses scholarship will last around 10 months, so it's like from September until July, but you can also apply for the 1 semester scholarship. Are the international students able to enter to China in the ongoing year? Well, what we think is yes, like we're accepting applications right now for September 2021. We are not accepting for the March because most probably it will not be opened. So we are accepting for the September 2021. So let me go for the requirements again. So for the language courses, it's really easy. You don't need to have any IELTS, you don't need to have any HSK. Only few universities require to have an HSK 3. So they have an advanced only language courses. It's like Beijing, Shanghai. But also, if you're talking about the partial scholarship, we also have Beijing and Shanghai, but partial scholarships. HSK 3 is required for the full scholarship for the advanced Chinese level. For the degree programs, you must have a high school diploma transcripts for the bachelor degree, plus you must have HSK 4 if you want to study in Chinese. If you want to study in English, a few universities can accept without the IELTS certificate, but if you fail your exams, if you fail your education, if when you enroll to the university in the end your English will not be enough, then your scholarship may be withdrawn. Okay, there is some video request. I will try, but I hope you guys will be asking the questions related to the scholarship, okay? Okay, I'm waiting. For the master's degree, hello? For the master's degree, the requirement is to have a bachelor degree, transcripts. I'm sorry, I forgot for all the non-criminal records, 2 recommendation letters, health report. There is a special health report form which we can send you. You need to fill it in. If you cannot fill it in, we can help you to fill it in. And then application form, digital photo, which is like passport size digital photo, non-criminal record, 2 recommendation letters, study plan, and diploma and transcripts. They have to be notarized in English. If they're not in English, when you're translating, you should notarize your translation. Generally, if you Google it in your language, notarized translation into English, you will find the agencies which are offering that type of service, okay? Is that okay to have advanced level? Is that okay for what? So these are the general requirements. It's not really hard to get a scholarship in China. It just depends on what type of scholarship you will get. And also it depends on the country. Some universities are trying to recruit more Asian students. Some universities trying to recruit more European students. So it also depends on the university. Another thing I wanted to tell you is what's the difference in applying with the agency and what's the difference when applying by yourself. So when you're applying by yourself, usually the deadlines are like January to March or May for the full scholarships, and then you are waiting for the results, and the results are coming like in the summer, and there are no, like, if in the summer you are not granted a scholarship, then you have to wait 1 more year again. And we have 2 or few students like this. They have applied 2 times, they didn't pass, and they lost 2 years, and they come to us and say, I don't want to lose 1 more year again. Can you help me to get a scholarship? So the reason why people are applying with us is because we are guaranteeing them that this year you will get a scholarship, because we can learn the results of their application prior the date when the applications are closed. So for example, if we're applying for the scholarship, then like in 2-3 months we can know that, or even earlier, we can understand if the student is gonna get the scholarship or not. So we will have enough time to apply for another scholarship. So this way we will make sure that you will be granted a scholarship, okay? Is it okay to have advanced level certificate? For certificates, there are standard ones, IELTS, TOEFL, or HSK, if it's that what you mean. Can you apply for language course if you already have a bachelor's degree? Yes, of course you can. Like, maximum age for the language courses scholarship is 55, so you can apply. We have a student who wants to go to China with her mom. They want to study Chinese together because her mom doesn't want to let her go alone. They're gonna take their dog together and like they're gonna move to China all together, and they will be attending the courses together. Do you guys have any other questions? Because the information which I wanted to share is like is that's what I wanted to share is finished. So if you guys have any other questions, you can always contact us. Don't hesitate. I do understand that it's really hard to trust someone who is like on the other side of the world. I can share with you the contacts of the students who have applied with us. We are taking payments in the installments. If for some reason, for force majeure situation, if the student didn't get a scholarship and it was our fault, we are paying the money back. I can also give you the scholarship who the students who couldn't go because of the virus, and then we paid the money back. You can also contact them and you can ask them, is it true or not? I don't know, I will try to make more of the live sessions. I will try to show more of how we work, of the backstage of the students who is applying with us, so you can be more relaxed and trust us more. We don't charge for the au pair in China, for the English teaching in China as well. So if you want to au pair China or English teaching in China, you can easily apply with us. And if there is anyone who wants to get books to study Chinese or to study Korean, I can share with you for free. Just send me a message and I will share with you all the books that I have in my hands. And there is also Asian scholarship, but they're mostly in Chinese, not in English. Thank you also, guys, for joining. I hope it was useful. I will save the video, so for those who couldn't watch, they can watch it again. Have a good day, enjoy the weekends, and see you. Bye bye.